Hey guys, my name is Chris and this is Sunny.
Check out my YouTube channel, Sunny Success.
We are here today to talk to you how to deal with work stress on the job.
That's right. We have a number of different points, so we're gonna go back and forth, but there are some points that we kind of do have similar input on, so we will get into that. But I'll let Chris start.
Alright guys, point one we wanted to start off with was divide tasks on the job into portions rather than clustering them as a whole. The reason being is because when you cluster tasks, it actually stresses you out more, and research has shown that when you actually categorize tasks into portions, you have a more simpler way of thinking of getting the job done more efficiently rather than as a whole where everything at the same time is on your head and you don't know what to do first, you don't know what to do last.
Yeah, and to add to that a little bit, one thing is, you may be at a job where you want to impress your manager, you want to impress the team, you want to impress everyone, and sometimes you take the initiative to take on more tasks. That is good and all, but be careful where you don't want to take on too many tasks because that's going to overwhelm you and stress you out. I understand your approach. You want to be someone who takes initiative and helps the team out. That's good, but make sure you have a balance, right? I'm not saying set your goals down. They should be realistic, but goals that bring out the best in you. But at the same time, make sure you're taking on stuff that you can do.
Point two we wanted to talk to you guys about is if you ever feel like you need an extra spare of hands, or if you need help on the task that you are accomplishing on the job, always ask your superior, such as supervisor or manager, for an extra set of hands. Because see, when you actually ask for help, people are more than happy to help you. And a lot of people don't understand because they're like, oh, we're so scared, oh, we're gonna look bad if we get help or whatnot. And that's actually not the reasoning behind it at all. When you need help, ask for it and people will be more happy to help you.
And that's very true. To add to that, it's very, very important to build a strong relationship with their teammates and managers. And for whatever reason, it may be uncomfortable at first to develop that relationship, but trust me, over time it gets easier. And like what Chris said, you'll be surprised to know how many people are willing to help you. And then, if you're going through a tough task, if you're taking on a project and you need some help, your team is there to support you and help you, because the last thing you want to do is run to a problem when it's too late and then everyone finds out, like, oh, what's wrong with you? What happened? And then you tell them what happened and they're like, why didn't you tell me this before?
Point three we wanted to talk to you guys about is daily results. Now, say for example, you worked on a Thursday or a Friday and your results that day weren't so good. They impacted you in a negative way. You weren't able to get your errands done at work, on the job, within a certain amount of time. So this impacted you in a negative way, and you came home and you were just in a bad mood. Now, problem one is you never bring your work stress home, because whatever happens on the job stays on the job. You don't want to ruin your relationships with your loved ones, with your family, because it will impact you in the long run. Sometimes communication stuff has to be played into the role where it impacts you in a negative way. Never bring anything home. Say you did have a previous negative day. Don't let that ruin your current day. Meaning that today is Friday or Saturday and you had bad results on a Thursday. Don't carry that baggage over, because what will happen is it will bring you down and it won't allow you to have a successful outcome that day either. You want to keep everything divided and minimum to a day-by-day basis, meaning that you don't want the overall aspect of the whole week to be looked upon rather than go day by day.
And Chris, he mentioned a lot of good points, and just one thing I want to add to that is he touched on a very, very key point for this particular point is you don't want to bring that bad day home. You don't want to bring that stress home, because for one, it's going to ruin your relationships, it's going to ruin your home life. If you work out or if you have a hobby outside of work, it's going to impact you. And a lot of times, not always, but that can be solved through dealing with the problem. Maybe you're having an issue with your manager, maybe you're having an issue with your work. Go to the source and deal with it. One thing to add to that, don't just work and sleep. Honestly, if you're just working, coming home and saying, oh, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, hey, that's fine, I understand. You might be drained, you might be very tired from the work day, you may have worked 8 hours and travel, and you're tired, I understand that. But eventually over time, it's gonna get to a point where you only see your life as work and sleep, and you're gonna resent working, and it's gonna ruin it even more. So maybe one day, you know, go home and watch TV or spend time with someone or go out for a dinner. Do things like that. Even though you're tired, trust me, mentally, it's gonna be better for you because you're kind of getting a break from that work sleep.
Yeah, I would say it because I personally sometimes feel like I live that life where I am sleeping and working lowly and I don't have time for social gatherings or even the gym. So work gets me pretty much wrapped around the finger. So I definitely see what you're saying when you say that.
Absolutely. One thing it could be is maybe the current job you're in is not for you, right? Maybe the job you're doing, you don't enjoy as much. And you might be saying, yeah, Sunny, but I gotta make money, I gotta do that. That's fine and all, but I'm pretty sure you can find a job that you enjoy slightly more than the one you have now and still make good money. So maybe
or even not, even higher.
Even higher, yeah. So maybe assess and look at the job you're doing right now. Is this?
In other words, I guess what Sunny you're trying to say is don't be lazy, make sure you're always applying around.
Yeah.
Find out what it is that what you're trying to say is pretty much go over all the topics that we listed to today, the 3 points.
Yeah.
And therefore find it is that what works for you
Yeah.
and take initiative. Meaning if you're not happy in the job or you don't like the tasks that you do every day, find it is that what you like and what you don't like about your job and work from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, from one of the points we mentioned today, or say 1 or 2, you apply and then you have less stress. It could be a quick fix, right? But what we're saying is basically, if all of these don't work, it could be the job is not for you.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We appreciate it and we look forward to hearing back from you soon. Once again, this is Sunny Success.
Check out my YouTube channel, subscribe.
And Chris. Have a good day.
Take care, guys.